Hello there, how you doing? I'm stood up because I feel like it, okay? Let's crack on. I don't really show my face often, hence why my background looks like utter I kind of felt like for this video, I kind of had to talk about it in person, and I got some kits behind me, so I guess I can show off that I know Fred. I have an authentic Barcelona shirt. Can't tell you what season it's from, but I know that it's nice, so that means I'm better than you. You know how it works, okay? You're not 8. We go through the entirety of the 92 about my favourite home shirts or my worst ones. You tell me how wrong I am down below in the comments. Of course, shout out to Ellis, Away Days. I know that he actually does this like every year, and I usually just do Premier League shirts, but I kind of just felt like doing them all. Oh yeah, also, this isn't really serious. Like, I kind of just I've put like 10 minutes of thought into looking at all these shirts. Again, please don't kill me. But you will kill me for this. Mazzola Designs, minor Zen Company. You already know what we're doing here. The best football prints for any team in the EFL or in the Premier League. As you can see, this lovely Jared Bowen print, which of course is our best seller, obviously. And also one of my personal favourites, Lionel Messi, World Cup, GOAT. I love this. I can like jump up in that. It's really cool. I love doing videos. I'm just talking stood up. I feel like I'm much more of a person. Also, my Christmas reindeer's still there. It's been there for the last fucking 3 years. It's still not moved. Oh yeah, there's also a Christmas tree. Anyway, tell me your thoughts down below. Smash the like button. Subscribe. I think we've just hit 370,000 subscribers. That's really cool. Thank you for that. Am I even central? That won't last for long. Let's go. You've got to be taking the piss. Knows what their real plan is with this. They've got a city building like landscape on their shirt, which I just find just fucking chaos, to be fair. But yeah, Reading's home shirt, it just I'm off. I could think of a ton of words to think about how to describe the shirt, and the only thing I can think of is wank. It looks like it's been left in the washer for too long, and then ran over by a few cars. It's pretty obvious the reasons why behind this. It's just shit. Sponsor is just potentially the most vile thing I've ever seen. But it could be bottom, but I've kind of just not put it bottom because they've kind of stuck with their guns. You know, I think it's the second year now, third year, I don't know. Still shit, but I kind of respect the fact that they've still kept with it. Look, right, I'm a Burnley fan. Of course, Blackburn will be here. But without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm not even taking the piss here, the worst sponsor I've ever seen. Not only does it look shit, but it's also a vape company. Just fucking look at it. Not only does it just look like just it's a Doncaster Rovers kit, but the sponsor is also absolutely horrid. Red and white shirt with a green and yellow sponsor. Not even like kids in like fucking Creator Club FIFA career mode would think of that. Leighton Orient, I just don't think it looks nice. I'm putting Watford in here. Now you may say, oh, Liam, Viz, if this was Borussia Dortmund and not Watford, you would love it. No, it would still look And also, one main thing, each time I look at the kit, the sponsor somehow looks bigger. I really want to like this, lads. I really do. I'm trying. But I just cannot stop thinking that this is just a bus seat. I can't. I love Carlisle. I've got family up there. Love Cumbrians, okay? I'm half Cumbrian, right? I get it. Still not a nice shirt. I'm sorry. Here we got Crew. That's kind of what I have to say about it. It's just Crew. And we got Tramier. It's a Tramier shirt. Moving on. We're going for Norwich. Probably wouldn't be to slow down, but because it's Norwich and I have such high expectations, you've made me really upset here, lads. Central badge, Peterborough. You're not Man City, lads. Okay, grow up. Okay, you can't get away with this. Gillingham looks like someone trying to do a gradient shirt, but just not being arsed and just give it 5 seconds of effort. Sutton, I'm going for Brentford. I don't like the red to black gradient, and I don't like the sponsor, especially if Ivan Toney in your club, and what's happened to him just is also a bad sponsor as well. It looks like there's something missing. Something looks wrong here. Not collar, but the neck. I think it's because the sponsor is just so high up that it just looks unnatural. Maybe it's that. Something just looks disproportionate here. The sponsor also isn't great as well. And also, I really like your shirt last year, West Brom, so this year just maybe is just such a big drop off that, similar to Norwich, that I just think it's too weird compared to last year. Okay, next up we got some shirts that I just find boring. Like, it's not like bad, it's just like, oh, it's another shirt. You know what I mean? This doesn't really stand out. It's like another just generic shirt from this club. So yeah, let's list them off here. Morecambe, it looks like a Morecambe shirt. Blackpool, looks like a Blackpool shirt. Wigan, that's a Wigan shirt. MK Dons, I swear they've had the same shirt for the last 8 years, but that's MK Dons, alright. Swindon, it's red. Swindon shirt. Charlton, big sponsor. Definitely a Charlton shirt. By the way, this collection of like numbers isn't really in any actual order. It's just like all these can just be put together as just one, just in the middle, just category here. Aki Stanley, Accrington, looks like an Aki shirt. Preston, yeah, that's a Preston shirt. Like every other one of them. Salford, it's red. Burton, yep, yellow. Pompey, Nike template. Wickham, diagonals, neat. Nottingham Forest, it's just red. It's just, you've not even fucking tried in this one, lads. And we can crack on with Rotherham, Hull, Fleetwood, Leicester, Spurs, Grimsby, Walsall, West Ham, feel a bit harsh, but Ipswich, Millwall, Mansfield, and Wrexham. Oh yeah, also Barrow. I kind of forgot Barrow. So yeah, Barrow. Your mind may still be blown here because I've still not said Barnsley yet. So here they are, Barnsley. Barnsley's here. The reason why I don't even know what number we are even on, but I think we're like in like somewhere of like the 50s, I think 40s. I put Barnsley here because if you look at their history, they actually have had a shirt exactly like this. So at least it makes sense. The sponsor is utterly awful, but you know what? I think this is one of those shirts that what people just would despise now, but in like 5 years time, people will see it as like a collector's item and then love it. You're going to see this shirt at festivals in 5-10 years time. I guarantee it. Like this is going to be a shirt that people will like again, you know, once the season's done. Sunderland, it's a Nike template. It should be in the boring list, but I kind of like how it works. So Sunderland is here. Chelsea's in it, pretty, you know, in the middle, low down than what people may expect. I just think something's off with it, you know, proportionate wise. The badge for me, I'm not a big fan of. I'm just not. I want to see the badge. The fact it's meant to be a retro remake and looks nothing like the retro shirt that it's meant to be off as well is also just weird. So yeah, the Chelsea. Derby, they've tried something. Again, it's part of their history. They've got that before in the past. That's really it with Derby. Bristol Rovers, nice shirt. I like a collar. Simple. Forest Green, even though it's the same shirt I've seen for the last 18 years, I still like the shirt, so it's in here. But it's kind of a bit boring now. Let's try something new. Huddersfield Town is like any other Huddersfield Town shirt, but they've put gold in it and it makes it look nicer. It's like they just thought, you know what we should do? Just the exact same shirt, kind of, but just have it as like some gold trims. And like, I'm sold. Shrewsbury, I like the collar. I like the colour scheme. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Newport County, similar to Peterborough, of like, who do you think you are to have a central shirt? You know, grow up. But at the same time, I like the colour scheme and I also like the kind of pinstripes. So for me, it kind of works. But still grow up. Cambridge as well, I like the colour scheme. However, the sponsor is just a bit weird. Sponsor isn't that awful that I hate it. So there you go. Palace in here, I was going to put them lower down, but over time I've kind of grown more to it that I think that it stands out too much that it's actually not that bad. So yeah, Palace is here. And before we get into the next category, I put Liverpool in here because even though I do like the shirt, I like how it looks. It's very simple, but at the same time it is still boring, but it works. But I can't really put it much higher up because it is just a simple red and white shirt with a big ring for the neck. But I still think it works really well. So I can't put it any higher up, but I still like it, if you know what I mean. Actually, give me a sec. Let me go put Stockport County down and below Liverpool, actually. I like they tried something new. It's blue, but like they put some little effects on it, and I think it works. I like it. So yeah, I'll put them just below Liverpool. So now we're entering shirts that I actually quite like the look of and the design of it. So let's crack on. Port Vale. And for me, it just looks like very Port Vale. Like it looks really like, it suits them really well. It's out there, but for me, it's perfectly Port Vale. AFC Wimbledon, love colour scheme. It looks like classic AFC Wimbledon, and I love the sponsor too. Aston Villa, the sponsor kind of ruins it a bit, but I kind of like the pattern of it on the actual shirt itself. The kind of like the ingrained in the shirt. The template is unique, at least, so I give Aston Villa that. Notts County, I've kind of, I've really dragged it up a lot more than what I really should, because of the fact that the sponsor is just not good. However, I really like the fact that if they had a different sponsor, this could be an all-time like favourite shirt of the year. However, the sponsor does ruin it a bit, but not enough that I can ignore how nice a shirt looks without it. Leeds, it's a Leeds shirt. Okay, decent sponsor. It's a white shirt, but finally, after all these years, they've got Adidas stripes in, you know, blue and yellow. About time, you know, combined. It's a shame it took for them to get relegated to actually go get it. Queen's Park Rangers. I like the sponsor. It's very unique. I like it. And kind of the red little, like, you know, trim they're going for this year. I like it too. Wolves. I like Wolves. You really cannot ruin a Wolves shirt. I love the colour scheme. I love the badge. And the sponsor's quite nice too. It's a lovely shirt. Like, it's simple, but you can't really mess it up. Burnley, my club, I really like the shirt. I love the collar. I'm a sucker for a collar, and the sponsor does ruin it a bit. But if it had a bit of sponsor, it would have been much higher up. But yeah, the sponsor's a bit too big, and I just wish it wasn't yellow. Everton, similar to Burnley, I really like the shirt. I like the collar, little detail. I like it a lot. The sponsor, Steak, again, each time you see it, it gets bigger. But if it had a better sponsor, it would be much higher up. Cardiff City, I quite like Cardiff. I think it's quite a nice shirt. I like the pattern of it. Sponsor is not that bad in the grand scheme of things. It's a nice shirt. Lincoln City, it's giving me a sort of retro kind of vibe with this one. I don't know why. But it doesn't look like a generic red and white shirt. So, yeah, decent. And also, while we're on the same topic, Exeter. It reminds me of, actually, this shirt. OG, authentic Atletico Madrid shirt with, like, the Kia badge. And it reminds me kind of similar to that. By the way, I must say, these are the shirts that I actually quite like to an extent. Okay, so these aren't, like, bad by any means. Northampton Town, I like it. Good sponsor. It's Northampton Town. And I love their shirt last year. So it's basically that, but just all, it's not burgundy. Maroon? Claret? That's not claret. I should probably Google that. Manchester United, yes, of course, with the biggest names on here. They're not low down. It's still a good score. I have no idea what number they are, but I'll do it in editing. I just wish you had a better sponsor. It's red, it's black. I loved your shirt last year. Last year, for me personally, I think it's shirt of the season. This one, it's just okay. It would do. Have I said Bournemouth? I like Bournemouth. Kind of obvious reasons. I think it's a cool colour scheme. Sponsor could be better, but all in all, it's quite nice. Sheffield Wednesday, really nice shirt. I like it a lot. The sponsor is, again, really letting it down. And I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, it's a bit of a dodgy sponsor. It's a nice shirt, nonetheless. Oh yeah, Brighton. I like Brighton. The only thing that really pisses me off is the fact that it's kind of not like matching with how the stripe connects in the top here. Something just looks off of that. But I do like it. It's a nice, you know, nice altogether Breton shirt. It's a nice shirt. Birmingham, I think the sponsor's really cool. It's very unique. I've never seen a sponsor like that before. And for that alone, respect. It is just blue, but yeah, it's got something a little different going on. But yeah, up the Blues. And the last one I put in like the good category here, which I put in this list here, is Bolton. For some reason, even though the sponsor is actually not that good, it just gives me like a sort of retro vibe, just the lines here. I've not seen a club do that in years, and it used to be a common thing, and for me, it just gives me the kind of nostalgic retro vibe. Well done, Bolton. Well done. Right, so into the awesome list. I have no idea what number we're on. I think we're on like the mid-10s. I think like 15. I think this is 15, 16, around there. I think so. So, Fulham. I like Fulham a lot. Very nice sponsor. And I like the fact that it's kind of red one side, white one side with the stripes. And then I think it's a nice, all well put together shirt. I think it's nice. So that's why they're this high up. Bristol City I like. It matches Bristol City a lot. I think it's a really nice put together shirt as well. Sponsor is decent. And I think it's quite a nice shirt. Luton Town, welcome to the Prem. Welcome to the party. And for your first shirt in Premier League, how many years? I think that it's very, very Luton. The white line down and navy blue and the gradients as well. It's very it's kind of like retro equals modern as well, and it's very, very Luton, and I quite respect it for that. So yeah, big up Luton for that. It's quite a nice shirt. Coventry City I really, really like a lot, and the sponsor isn't the worst in the world, but I wished it was a better sponsor. Otherwise, it would be in the top 5 for me. Bradford City, horizontal stripes, stands out. And also the kind of neck as well, collar. Very, very nice. Bradford City. That's definitely a Bradford City shirt. Sponsor, again, could be better, but I just really like the look of it. I would wear that. So we've got a collection of 3 more red and white shirts, and I think these are all done in different ways, but all look really nice. So this is how I would do a red and white striped shirt. So we're going to start off with Cheltenham. Love the pinstripes. I think it looks really nice. I think it comes together really well. I like it a lot. Next up as well will be Stoke City. Medium Red and white stripes, even though it is a better company, I think it at least works well. The black badge as well, I think it looks really smart for a red and white striped shirt. It's simple, but it looks very nice and clean. And then Sheffield United, I like it, thicker stripes, but maybe because there's no sponsor, I like it a bit more. However, when I see it in the players, I think it's a really nice looking shirt. So 3 different red and white striped shirts, but in different ways. And I think that's what I would pick if I was to pick, how to do a striped shirt. Speaking of striped shirts, I think we're now at number 7 now or something. I hope I've done this right. Newcastle United, love it. They've got rid of the random blue sponsor that they've had for years of Fun 881. Thank God for that. They've got rid of it. They've got, the sponsor itself is, at least it's black and white, so that's a big bonus. And I think the shirt looks really nice, put together. You may just say, but it's just a Newcastle shirt. But for me, I like the look of it. So, go figure. Number 6 now, I think it's number 6. Man City, love it. Really nice, clean. I think it's quite smart. Again, sponsor, can't go wrong. Lighter blue this time with the white trim and a little pattern of it as well. Really smart for me, so I like it a lot. So, top 5 here. You may be catching up. You may know what's in there, what's not. Let's start off with Plymouth. Top 5, Plymouth Argyle. Yeah, the gold is doing a lot of heavy lifting here, but I just think it works so well. The dark green with the gold. It just works. The sponsor is also quite nice as well, and I really like it. Like, if this was just white trims of the green, I still think it's quite a smart shirt. But with gold, like, it's such an easy way to make a shirt look so much better. Like, it's just a cheat code. Like, you can't really mess it up. So I do like it quite a lot for that reason. But again, I still think it's quite a smart, clean shirt. I would definitely wear it. Now, you may be surprised by who I put in 4th here. But I can't explain it. But Swansea City, 4th place. The sleeves kind of reminds me of like a sort of a Dortmund classic shirt from the 90s. How the sleeves are done, that little pattern. Central badge, again, kind of, who do you think you are kind of thing going on here, but it works because I think they've got that in their locker with the badge they have. It works with it as well. The sponsor, again, it's not a bad sponsor. I like the fact it's orange. It kind of just looks like typical Swansea, and I think it works well. I think it's a lovely shirt, and for me, it's 4th place. Top 3. So we have got 3 shirts left here. We've got Arsenal, we've got Oxford United, and we've also got Southampton. Okay, I'm putting Arsenal 3rd. Arsenal 3rd, very, very lovely shirt. I love it a lot. Gold, 3 stripes, lovely sponsor, lovely kind of like pattern they've got on it as well. It's put together really well. Lovely shirt. Arsenal, they've done many things in the last couple of years, but the one thing they've always kept on top of is being a great fashion brand. Congrats, they're really on top of the game. And now it's Southampton and also Oxford United. And I'm going to kind of rank this based on what shirt would I wear the most if I was a fan of the club. And I'm going to go with 2nd place being Southampton. It's a kind of template from back in the old days. Denmark, and also a Southampton OG shirt as well. It's a lovely, lovely shirt. I think Werder Bremen had a green and white one this year, and this is what it looks like. And again, it looks really smart. Like, imagine if your club had this. I think it would look really smart for all clubs, but they're the only ones in England, and it looks really cool. Even if the sponsor looks a bit trash, okay? If they had a good sponsor, easy top. But the sponsor is kind of just halting it a little bit. But the template is just so like perfect that it just matches them so well that I like it a lot. And then 1st place, you may be really surprised here. Oxford United. If I was to wear any shirt from this list, it would probably be Oxford. Pinstripes is lovely. Sponsor is lovely. I love how the neck and the trim of the actual arm comes together really well, and it finishes off really well. I love this shirt. You may be really surprised to hear that, but I just see it. And I think literally just now is my first time seeing it. I'm looking at it now. And I just think it looks really nice. And, BG, simple, that can be anything. Bear Grylls, big, it's quite nice. So yeah, that's my ranking of the 92. This isn't really anything serious. I kind of made this list in like 5 minutes, but tell me your thoughts down below. Tell me your bottom 3 and your top 3, and I'll see you next time for another video. Peace out.